You see already, I have everything ready for a new DIY. I hope you are ready also for a new DIY. What we're going to use for this DIY is of course the tumbling tile blocks, the smaller blocks. Of course, I always say when you have 4 until 5 packages laying around from the tumbling tile blocks, then you always have enough for each DIY we make. Of course, I have here my container with everything inside, some markers, scissors, brushes, everything, and of course some mud pots and my wood glue. I always use the cheap brand wood glue Pattex, but you can use any glue you like. I have here my saucer with an old piece of kitchen towel which is wet to wipe away the glue. I have here some ordered online on Temu, and I think you can buy them anywhere. Some silhouettes, wooden silhouettes of gingerbread. So I hope you have some one also in your store, because and you can also easily make them from a piece of cardboard and you can cut them out, so you don't have to pay anything. I ordered them, like I told you, on Temu, and they were only, I think, 1 or 2 euros, so it was very inexpensive. I have here some paint, and of course I choose this paint, but you can choose any color you like. What we're going to make, we are going to make a ladder, but a ladder for this time for a gingerbread house ladder. So we will see how this will turn out. So the first step will be, we are going to make already the base of our house, which will be later our house, but it has to dry before we can saw out the roof. So we have 3 rows of 10 blocks, 3 rows of 10. So very easy. You do some glue in the middle, you do it over here and just place them together. You on this one and on this side, you just place them straight up and place them this way and again over here. So you do some glue on the wider side of the block and again some glue, and you place them sideways against each other this way. It's a little bit of a task, of course. You can build them up, but they are a little bit high to build up. So again, oh, this is not what I mean. I have to place them this way, and then we're going to squeeze it, and you see already he wants to run away, but we are going to keep it in place, and we're going to wipe away the glue. And then again, always when you wipe away your glue, always go back and make sure that you have a straight line, and if this is dried in a little, then you place it straight up. So of course, what I also can do, maybe I can try to do it a little faster. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and only the last we don't do with some glue. So now we're going to place them straight up and to each other. So I think this goes a little bit faster. And the last. So again, you already have one. You're going to carefully squeeze it together because it still wants to run out. This is one. Now we're going to do the last. And over here, and here, and the last one, and we're going to place them straight up again, and we make a nice row. Of course, you can make your house bigger. I do it 3 high, but you can do it as high as you like. But then you have to your ladder will start later. You see that in a moment, but that's why I chose for 3 high. Again, squeeze it, make sure that everything is sticking nicely together this way, and again give it a couple of minutes, and then we're going to place it straight up so we get a nice flat surface on the top. So I gave it a couple of minutes, and I'm going to do some glue on 2 of them. So very easy. On the tops you do some glue, you do here some glue, and of course we place them down. We place this one over here, and this one will be the closure up. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to carefully fill in the open gaps. And here it isn't, you see already one block is much smaller than the other one, so this one is sticking out a little, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to make a roof out of here, so that is fine. And it's always a waste of your block to throw them away. I always don't like that. So again, make sure that one side of your blocks is even, because you want to have it standing up. So, and now we're going to let this dry in for at least At least I'm going to try to place it straight up, because I want to be sure that the bottom is correctly flat. That's where we're going for. So give it some pressure this way and then place it down again, wipe away the glue, and then we're going to let it dry. So then you get one big package from this one. So, and now we're going to do the next step. So now we have the base of the house, which will be in the middle. Now we're going to do the bottom where the ladder will stand on. So I have 3 rows of 4, and I do them on the smallest line over here, and this one, and this one, and then row them together. And number 2, number 3, and of course the last. And this one will be the closure up. You're going to squeeze them, and over here the same, and especially some pressure if you are on the side to give it a nice sturdy finish. And I'm going to wipe away the glue, and of course you can let it dry for a couple of minutes. So I gave them a couple of minutes. I'm going to turn them, and I'm going to place one on the side, do some glue over here. And we do with the second one also some glue on the side, and we're going to place them, all 3 of them, together. So again, fill in gently the open gaps, and feel also again on the side. Maybe you have a carpenter square, then you there are totally fine. I do it always with my fingers. So again, I have to go this one a little to the front. So I'm going to wipe away the glue, and we're going to let this rest in for a couple of minutes. So in the meantime, while this is drying on the side, I want to give the illusion that it is a bigger piece, but I don't want to use too many blocks. So I'm going to do 2 of 3. And I'm going to do the tops. I'm going to glue them together. This is 1 and this is 2, and row them in one line. We do here the same. This is 1 and this is 2. And again, we make one piece out of it. And this way we're going to squeeze it. Make sure that you have a nice line, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes rest. So now we have our 2 piece. We take 2 loose blocks, and we do some glue on each side. On this side and on this side. And we place them over here. We do here the same. Some on this and on this side, and we place them on the other side. And squeeze it in. And here squeeze it in, and we're going to fill it in with the other one. And gently give it a little bit of pressure, not too much, because it doesn't have to need a lot of pressure. Over here, and then we're going to let this dry in for at least 10 minutes. Now I'm going to get my frame, and I'm going to do over here, I'm going to do some glue in the middle, and here also. But here I'm going to do it on the a little bit more on the inside. So over here. And over here, and a little bit here. And now we're going to carefully place this one on top. And you see you have here a little kind of a step, and here on this side, and on the side here is totally fitting nicely. So you're just going to find the middle, give it a little bit of pressure, and we're going to let this dry. And of course the glue which is coming out, we're going to take a small brush like this, and you go around here and wipe away the glue, because you don't want too much glue before you're going to paint it. And we're going to let this rest, and we're going to do the rest piece of the stairs. So you see already, it is a lot of blocks on the table. We are going to make the side poles of our ladder, only the side, not the in between yet, only the sides. And this will be 2 double, so I place them on top of each other, and we need on each side 9, so we need 18 blocks of double, so 18 of 2 pieces. So I'm going to do some glue over here, and this what I mean with this is 1, and this is then number 2, this is number 3, number 4, number 5, and I already have one laying around. This is number 6, number 7, number 8, and number 9. This is already one pole. Number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, number 15, number 16, number 17, and I need still 2, number 18. So now we have 18 pieces of 2. What we're going to do, we place them on the side, make a straight line, and we're going to squeeze them real hard like this, and we're going to do all 18 of them. But of course I do it a little faster or else you get very bored. So place them on the side, squeeze them, and make sure that you have them in a straight line like this. Squeeze and press them together. So now we're going to make 9 on each other. So it is a little of a task. So we're going to do some glue on the tops, place it down. We do some glue on the tops, place it together, and over here. And this is number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6, number 7, and number 8, and of course number 9. So it is a long piece. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have to use this one. So of course we're going to try to squeeze it from within over here and go to the outside. And again, because we want to have one big pole, but of course we need to have it straight, in a straight line. So this is a little bit of a task, but you see already my mat is, and he is still going out of each other. You see this? But it doesn't matter, just take your time for it. That's always the key. Always take your time for it. And again, give it some pressure. And again, go back and make sure that you have a nice straight line. And then you're going to wipe away the glue. And we're going to let this dry in. I'm going to do the other one a little faster. So now we have our 2 pieces of 9. Now we're going to make 6 pieces of 2. So we do the same procedure again. So you place them on top. So this will be 1, this will be number 2, and this will be number 3, number 4, number 5, and this is number 6. And again, we place them also again on the sides, squeeze them over here the same. And we're going to give this also a couple of minutes before we're going to do them 2 by 2. And this is the last. And we're going to let this dry in, like I told you, also a couple of minutes. So we are going to do now on one block, we are going to do some glue on the tops. And we're going to place these 2 together until one piece, because this will be one of the stairs, of the step of the stairs. We do here some glue on the tops again, and we place this one against this one. And now the last. And of course you can make your ladder as high as you like. I go for 3 steps above my house, but of course you can do anything you like. So I'm going to wipe away the glue and make sure that you also wiping away the glue over here and over here, so it dries nicely. And we're going to let this dry in at least for, I think you have to, if you correctly, just do an hour to be sure that you, before you're going to work with your poles. So now we're going to get the tricky part, because we are going to place our steps in between. And I want to place one over here, one over here, and one over here. And if you, because this will be the house later, this is the black we did make. And of course we're going to place this over here, and you see already here is coming the roof. So we have a space over here. That's why I do this spaces in between, and we're going to close it up with this one. But first we're going to glue this one. So we're going to do some glue on this side, and we're going to place it over here. And this way we do here the same. And place it over here in the middle. And the last. and we place this one over here in the middle of this one. Here is a connection, here is a connection, and here. So very easy. And we're going to wipe away as much glue as we can. So, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes to settle in. So we give this side a couple of minutes. We're going to look for where we want to have it. It's very easy. So we do some glue on this connection side and on this place and on this one. And now we're going to place them very easy together. And we are going to get our bottom. We place them straight up to get a line, so we are sure that everything is sticking nicely together before we're going to press it together. So, and then we hope later that the stair will stay straight, but that's always a task. You always have to wait until it is finished. So we are going to give this one some pressure, and we're going to let this dry in for at least an hour and a half. We are going to go further with the rest of the stair. So in the meantime, my ladder is drying. I did make from dark brown and white. I make a little bit of the gingerbread color, at least what I think is a gingerbread color. You can use any color you like. So I'm going to get my gingerbreads, and I'm going to get 4 of them like this. And you see already, I can show it you a little close. It's from this kind of thin wood, so you can buy them anywhere. But you also, like I told you, you can easily make them just from cardboard. You don't have to buy this. I bought this because they were very cheap. That's why I did it. And there are a lot of them in a package. I think 24 or 30. So I'm going to do a couple of them. And what I'm going to do, very easy. I place this one aside. And I'm just going to go over it, and I'm going to paint my gingerbread, both of the pieces, in a brown color, and of course also the back side, because you can see the ladder also on the other side. So I'm going to take my time for it and do this one a little faster. So I did paint the gingerbread man, of course. What I did, I have here some red paint on top of here, and I'm going to do already the feet of my ladder. I'm going to do in the red color. I also do the ladder in the red color, but choose any color you like. But I like the bright red color, so that's why I'm going to do my ladder at least in the red color. So I'm going to take my time for it. Of course, I hope you do also, and choose the color you like. And here you see already the bottom of my ladder is painted now. The ladder is on itself is on his turn. So I'm going to do the red color also on this one. So now my ladder is also drying. I'm going to take my piece, which will be the house. Of course, what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it down. I'm going to get my ruler and my pencil. And of course, I'm going to do it very easy. It is 5 blocks, and of course 5 over here. And then you can easily get the middle over here. And then we're going to go from this first block from over here until the halfway. And this is here. And of course I have to look for that I do it right. And I'm going to make a very simple line. And this way. And then we're going to do the other one. Do it from this side until this side. And we're going to place it over here, and I make the line a little thicker so I can easily see it when I have to saw my piece, because I'm a little older and then the eyes are getting a little worse. So you see, this is how my house will turn out. And of course I'm going to go to my garage, saw it out, and even when you have to do it with your hand saw, it is only a little small piece you have to saw. So you see, this is how my house is turned out, and I am really happy because it was so easy to saw out the pieces. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get also from this one, I'm going to get my brown color paint, and I'm going to paint my house also in the kind of gingerbread brown color house, the same like I did my gingerbread itself. And of course, you can decorate your house any way you like. Later, I'm going to give it some other coloring, but the base will be brown. So now the most pieces are drying right now. This ladder is drying, the house is drying. We are going to start with the gingerbread man. And of course, we painted both sides of our gingerbread man. You don't have to say it 20 times fast, because then you don't get it anymore. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get my paint. I have here the red and white, and I make little stripes. I think already my pencil is much too white, so I'm going to get the white color, and I'm just going to dab it off a little, and then I make little stripes around my gingerbread like this. And of course, I take my time for it. I don't do it fast, so I won't bore you with that. You only see a quick little impression. So I did now my gingerbread man, of course, with the white stripes, and of course later I'm going to do another color. Of course, I also get my house, and I'm going to do the same, just make the same little stripes over here and around the whole side of the house. But this is just optional. You don't have to do it. If you don't like this, it's totally fine too. It's just an idea. So I'm going to do also around this house. So now I have my gingerbread man, and now I'm going to paint the red stripes in between. And of course I have to be careful that I don't mess it up. So I'm going to get my red, and I'm just going to make little lines in between the white over here. So very gently. I have a small brush, but I think I could even do it with a more smaller one. So look at your brushes, be sure that you don't have a too wide one, because or else you will mess up your white, and that's not what you want. So I'm going to go again totally around in between the white stripes. I'm going to make a red stripe. Of course, also I will do with the house the same like I did with my gingerbread man. Of course, just go very easy in between the white stripe, you do a red stripe, and you make your own unique little print on top of here. But you can also, I do red and white, but you also can, maybe if you like more black and white, you could also do black and white, change it up any way you like. So now we have the gingerbread house this way, and of course they are very small to work with. So I'm going to take the back side of a brush, and he is round, and I dab it in my red color paint. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a little nose in between. So I'm just going to turn it over to make a nice round. But of course, I hope you are a better painter than I am, because I'm not a great painter. I'm only doing something. I really have no idea. But I'm going to get my marker, because it's very small over here. So I'm going to make two little eyes over here and over here. And I'm going to color them in with black. But of course, if you are a great painter, then you can do it, of course, with paint. So very easy, go over it and make sure that you have a nice round for your eyes. And then you make your mouth, and of course we are going to make a kind of a smile, because we love the gingerbreads when they are smiling. So, and again, two little hooks. In a moment I show you how he is really turned out. So, and this is how the little gingerbread turned out, and I gave it two little buttons, but of course you also can do a maybe little bow tie. You can do anything you like. Now we need to know, only need to do is, of course, making our ladder, and then we are almost ready for the finished result. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to place my gingerbread on the ladder, and I think I'm going to do it sideways and only with the a little touch of the hand and the feet, a little sideways like this, I think, and do the other one over here, and then the other one on top of here. So I think I'm going to go for this. So I'm going to do some glue on this hand and on this feet. So, and then I'm going to look for that I have it still in between over here, and I'm going to press it down like this. Of course, I get my small brush this way, and I'm going to go around and make sure that the glue is wiped away, because we don't want that the glue is sticking out too much. Also over here. And now we're going to do the other one, and of course this one will be on the other side. So I have to turn it around. I have to do it on this hand and on this feet, and I'm going to place it. Of course I place you a little bit to the back side so you still can see it. So I'm going to place, I have to turn it. I see already I did it wrong. No, I have to be here. Of course, DIYing is also looking where you want to have it, because it's always difficult. Where do I place things? So again, over here, but of course you can do them on top of each other. You can do anything you like. So, and now the last one, of course, will be on top of here, but you can't see that, but you see that later. So you see, I have here now my 3 gingerbread over here. What I'm going to do, I have some stars I found in my stash, because and you also easily can make this also from cardboard. Again, you don't have to have them laying around. And I'm going to look for where I want to have I have a little snowflake and some stars. So maybe over here, I have to look for if I like it over here or not. So I have to debate with myself or else I'm going to glue this over here. So, and now we have the house, and I'm going to do the gingerbread, I think a little bit sideways on the house, not totally in the middle. Of course you can do it in the middle, but I think I'm going to go for a little sideways. So I'm going to do only some glue on this feet and over this arm. So, and I'm going to place him a little. I have to look if I had the right piece, of course this one, and now I'm going to squeeze it down, and this is what you get right now. And of course I'm going to get my small brush, and I'm going to make sure that I wipe away the glue, because you don't want the glue sticking out. So this way, and I'm going to glue this a little tree of course on the side over here like this. So I do some glue on this side, just a little bit, and we're just going to place it over here just a little over the ending of the house. So like this, and I'm going to let this dry in also. So now the house is finished, and of course my ladder is finished. And the only thing I need to do is, of course, I have to glue it on top of my stand. But that's very easy. Just do some glue on under here, and you see in a moment now the quick impression. And here you see finally a quick impression of my Tumbling Tower Blocks gingerbread ladder. I know this one was a little bit of a chaos, because it looks more work than it is, but it's only a couple of things you need to do. So it is a very easy DIY. I hope you give this one a try, and everyone who is new here, I hope you enjoy what you saw. And if you do, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give it a thumbs up and hit the bell, so you will be notified every time we upload new DIYs. For more DIYs, come on over to the description box. There you find the link for the DIY channels. Hope to see you there. Have an amazing day. See you in the next one. Bye.